So now this particular, so let's check this. So that this is the closed label. It's a closed label, and then once it is closed label, and under that this particular half a vowel, that's a sheva, is silent. So when this symbol precedes a silent sheva under a syllable that is not accented, it is usually seen as Qamet-hatuf and not Qamet. So this symbol and not the long vowel. So that's about this particular structure. Then the name the meaning of this word is to be wrapped. To be wrapped. To be wrapped. Alright. So let's see another principle. So I've said once this structure comes before a silent syllable, the one that is dividing the syllable under an unaccented syllable, it is seen as a short vowel, and that is Qamet-hatuf. Good. Now the other side of it is that when this symbol precedes a vocal sheva, in other words, the sheva that is seen as a vowel, so not just a syllable divider. So now in that particular case, this will be seen as Qamet and not Qamet-hatuf. So let's have this example, then we'll see the next. Ra. Oh. Ha. We have Ra, Ha, Teka. Let's translate. We have Resh. We have Qamet. We have Halef. We have Qamet. This Metek. We have Tau. We have Avoka Sheva. This Avoka Sheva. That's. Then we have Ka, and we have Qamet. Now from this word we have Ra, Ha, Teka. Ra, Ha, Teka. Now from this particular structure, we see that all these symbols, they are seen as Qamet as long vowel Ha, rather than Qamet-hatuf. Now let's see the principles. The first is this is an open syllable, so from this is a long vowel because an open syllable comprises of a consonant and then a long vowel or a natural long vowel. So this won't be a short vowel, which is Qamet-hatuf, but it is a long vowel as Qamet. That's what I mean as Qamet. Alright. Now the second syllable, we have Aleph and the structure, then Metek. Now Metek, once it is introduced into a particular syllable, is a pause rather. So and once it's there, it has made this a syllable. So this is a syllable also, and it's a open syllable. That is due to the introduction of Meteg. So we have it as Qamet and not as Qamet-hatuf. So that's Qamet. Alright. Because these are consonants and then a long vowel. That's the principle for making an open syllable. Now, the third syllable, we have Teka. Teka. Now, Teka, if you remember, previously I said when this symbol precedes a consonant with a vocal sheva, not silent, no, it's a vocal sheva. This sheva here is a vocal one. It's not dividing the syllable, rather it's seen as a vowel here. So then this won't be Qamet-hatuf. It will become Qamet. So that's the principle from the previous teaching. So then, going by this particular syllable, this Teka, we have this as a long vowel and not short vowel, because a syllable, an open syllable, can be formed by a combination of a long vowel, a consonant and a short vowel. So now that's why this is translated as a long vowel, that's Qamet. So we have like 3 principles that is put to work, or they are put to work in this particular segment. This open syllable, and we have as Qamet. Then this, with this introduction of Meteg, we have as open syllable, it becomes Qamet and not Qamet-hatuf. Then here also a long vowel ending an open syllable. So that's Ra, Ha, Teka. Ra, Ha, Teka. So that's that about this. Let's move to the next segment. The meaning of Ra, Teka is so you. Ra, Teka is so you. So lastly, we address still on this symbol. It's gonna be Qamet or Qamet-hatuf. Now we have Ukma. Lastly, we have Ok. We have Ukma. Now, this Ukma, let's concentrate. We have E. Now, this symbol is seen as Qamet-hatuf. We have Kaf. We have Mem. Now, this is seen as Qamet. And we have E. Now, from this particular word, this is seen as Qamet-hatuf and not Qamet. Now, when it is Qamet, that shows this Sheva will be Aboka Sheva. So, but this is not Aboka Sheva. This is a syllable divider. So that's silent Sheva. So this divides this syllable. So in other words, primarily this syllable is a closed syllable. So as I said, Qamet-hatuf is usually formed in a closed syllable, unaccented syllable. Alright, so this syllable is not accented. This syllable is not accented. So when we have the syllable divider here. So this is a short vowel. That's Qamet-hatuf. Alright, that's that of that. Then onto this particular syllable, this should be seen as a closed syllable. However, this symbol is E, and from the teaching on biblical Hebrew syllable, E, when it appears at the end of a word or at the end of a syllable, it does not close the syllable. So E doesn't close the syllable, and that's why this symbol cannot be seen as Qamet-hatuf, or rather Qamet as a non-vowel. And that's why I have it this way. So this label is not closed because we have E at the end. So this is an open syllable. So we have a closed syllable and an open syllable, and then open syllable, then accented syllable. Alright, so then by that we have hokma rather than kama. We have okma. So then okma literally means wisdom. 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 So I believe with this I've been able to address extensively this particular symbol. Like that, will either be Qamet or Qamet-hatuf. So subsequently we address the rest vowel. Thank you for watching. Shalom.